Hi guys, it's your girl Kotas here. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. For those of you who are brand new, it is so good to have you. Mwah. If you haven't already, to go down below, make that red button below, subscribe, and so that you and I can keep on seeing each other and continue having these conversations. So, in today's video, I wanted to chat about how I got involved with business and how I got involved in the entrepreneurship journey. It really started because I was missing home. After the COVID situation, I was just put off of being in Cape Town, and so I wanted to have as much of grounding and recognition of South Africa and of home as much as possible. And a big part of that came from being able to access food. I was trying to find something local that I could eat. However, in my realm, within the scope of university, I couldn't find any sort of African dishes or African homemade meals, and I was so bored because I was like, it's 2023. How is it that I'm not able to find South Africa in South Africa? Irrespective of the province, region, it doesn't matter. But why am I not able to find tangible examples and tangible food that represents the landscape of the country that we're in? So for me, it was a thing of, okay, cool, it's not been done yet, so something must be done. What can I do? I wanted a Kotas, babes. So I started making Kotas for myself, I made for my roommates, and then I started making for my peers in general. Then word got out into now can say guys I'm a water. But it wasn't even like intentional, and at the time I was staying with a roommate who both of her and I were very business-minded. We shared the same aspirations in terms of wanting to test this idea out to see like, okay, cool, let's see how far it can go. I mean, we don't know, let's just see. But the fact that I knew for a fact I'm not the only non-Capetonian who appreciates good South African local cuisine. I said, what's good? What's good? Let me see where this can go. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And then word got out and student housing got involved. They sent out a massive email and they were like, students are not allowed to distribute food they're not to sell or use facilities because there's a high risk. Wait. Utilities, you don't pay rent, you don't pay utilities for business operations. Wait. Like, Jay, guy, my first, I didn't even read the full email, but essentially that was our first warning. So we stopped. So then we migrated to my uncle's kitchen. I have an uncle who stays in Cape Town and not too far from campus as well. So we started operating from there and we started selling, man. And people were buying, people really were interested in the product. And I was just so shocked because I really had no intention of creating like a business sort of thing. It was just a problem that I was solving essentially. And that's the beauty of entrepreneurship. All you gotta do is find a problem, create a solution, boom, you've got your business plan. There was an entrepreneurship day that was happening on campus and we were invited. There was a couple of friends of mine who were in the business societies within UCT and they said, hey brah, what you're doing God's work, come to campus, come exhibit on entrepreneurship day. And that's what we did. We showed up and we showed out. People were so fascinated and so interested, and it was really cool as well to see a lot of international students come to South Africa obviously to experience the country, and what better way to do that than through food. So there were a lot of international students who were like, oh my god, like, when are you starting to sell? We're so interested in what you're doing, child. You know what I mean? And one thing led to another. We got the attention of the right people at university. The UCT caterers will connect. They reached out to say like, hey, we're very interested in what it is that you're doing, we want to endorse you. For me, that was a big deal. That was a very big deal. I had no idea, like I didn't even fathom it in my mind. It was so amazing when they helped us. We got the uniforms and we were able to put up things on social media. For me, that was a massive milestone because I had no idea that this would even turn into something of this magnitude. And then when I started posting stuff on social media and people showed interest, not only within the campus space, but from other universities, people were saying, hey, please come to our university. Hey, please come here. We need you, sis. We need you. It was a lot. The support and the love was so overwhelming and so unexpected, but that much more humbling because you never really know the kind of impact what you're doing has until you see it. So it's been incredible to see that people really appreciate the product. So there were definitely moments in time where there were so many setbacks. For example, having to rely on supervisors to get back to us with regards to, okay, cool, you guys are allowed to operate from this section of the Varsity. You will be allocated to this store on such a basis as this, and you guys can do this, you can't necessarily do that. This is where you're going to be operating from. This is how things are going to be done, that sort of thing. So not necessarily, yes, in as much as, I am a business owner and I am able to call the shots in terms of the business operations of side of things. But when it comes to the business operation, again, there's people that I answer to within the landscape of campus. There were literally moments where people were saying, hey girl, are you guys open today? Hey girl, are you guys selling Kotas today? And there were moments where I actually had to say no because I'm waiting for feedback I'm waiting for a green light from my supervisors from campus to be able to say, okay, cool, so it's good for you to sell now. And so having to rely on others, there were definitely moments where I was very frustrated because, time is money. And money was being lost every single day that we're not trading. But again, I think that just goes to show the Capetonian pace of things versus the Joburg pace. The Joburg when he was like, let's go, hustle, grind. There is money to be made, rah. I've always had that empathy and that extension of myself of wanting to understand people, and that really helped me as well with choosing my team of people that I work with, from employing staff to having advisors to having mentors who I know are going to have my back and are going to be rooting for me when shit hits the fan. Because business is like this, it's like this, my sister. Today you are out, tomorrow it's a shambolic. What you gonna do? And you're not gonna cry. So I had to come up with different strategies. I had to learn how to talk to people, and not be afraid to speak up when I'm the only one in rooms, whether that's assistance, whether it's help with funding or being put in touch with the relevant people. for finding, so you know, being able to have the right networking skills. Thank God I learned how to think on my feet, when the electricity is down and now sales are going, what must happen, I had to think like this all the time. I've grown so much. I have grown so much as a person. Another thing that I really had to learn, mental resilience, emotional resilience, you know, to be able to just deal with disappointments, because it's not always going to go your way. And I had to just deal. I had to know how to deal. If things are shaking this side, it's also shaking this side. I refuse to wallow in sadness. Yes, I'll feel sad. Yes, I'll give myself time to cry and to vent and to do whatever. But in a few moments, in a few hours, best believe I shake it off and I get going, and I'm back to being the amazing Kensani K that I am. I'm just really grateful that my efforts and just being able to constantly push and to be stubborn. And one thing about me, I'm very stubborn when it comes to my goals. Like, I want what I want, and I usually get what I want, especially when it comes to my goals, my dreams, my ambitions. There's nothing that's going to stop me. Like, I just had stubborn faith, and I just kept going and going and going, despite the obstacles. My favorite thing is being able to see the reviews. People always have such good things to say, and people posting it on their stories and sharing with their friends and telling them like, hey, God does on our soul on campus. And I think because something like this has never been done, ever been done, I think that's what makes it that much more special. And if it's doable for me, you can also do it in whatever capacity you wish to do, you know. So yeah, I'm very interested to hear what it is that you guys have to say. I appreciate you for watching up until the end of this video. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. If you haven't already, please do make sure to go down below, make that red button glow, stay fresh, stay fly, and I will see you.